Power stroke Bronco. Well, that's no good. I'm not getting any parking lights at all. Need to figure out where this is gonna go and what it's all for.
That one's smoking.
Put it in, see if it blows up. This is a prime example of why you never throw anything away. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to this week's episode of Chasing 518, more 7.3 Bronco build. Today I gotta do a lot of miscellaneous stuff to get this thing a little bit closer to being on the street. We gotta hook up and charge the air conditioning system. Need to figure out where this is gonna go and what it's all for. Just kidding, I kinda know. We're gonna make all the lights work. We're gonna see if we can get the fuel gauge working. And then I gotta put the front end back on this thing so it doesn't look so ugly. But before we start doing that, let's just hear this thing run one more time. I love it. Power stroke Bronco. This thing is gonna be so cool. Probably can't even hear the audio from this. I'm gonna start with the AC just because I don't like leaving air conditioning hoses disconnected. You've got all the oil in there, you don't wanna drag dirt and contaminants in. So I want to seal up that first. So we got 3 connections we got to get from the compressor here down to the condenser needs to get hooked back up. I need to hook up from the compressor to the receiver dryer, and then also the other side from the condenser back to the evaporator in the heater box there. Picked up some air conditioning O-rings just from the local auto parts store and a bottle of PAG oil. So this is 8 ounces, so I think a completely dry Bronco or F250 or whatever would be like 7 ounces. You can assume a lot of that oil's still in there, but I'm gonna pour a little bit in just to kind of make sure it's got plenty to keep the compressor lubed. I'll put the O-rings on and get it all buttoned up. Throw the camera on the tripod for you guys. I haven't changed any major components in the AC system, no new compressor or nothing like that. I took the compressors out of the F250 that had working air conditioning, the condensers out of the F250 which had working air conditioning. So really the only parts I never had air conditioning or have no history on is the Bronco's evaporator and receiver dryer. So I don't suspect I need much PAG oil, but I'm just gonna put a little bit in, that way I don't burn up the compressor. This is just one of those trigger hose assemblies that comes with like those AC Pro kits when you buy them the first time. But I save it and then I just use it with these cans. We'll hook it up to the port over here. Go ahead and start the truck and start squeezing some in. Just like that, we have air conditioning. I'm a little concerned because the compressor is not cycling now that it's full. I hope that doesn't mean that I have it overfilled, but while the compressor's engaged, the pressure's obviously in the fill zone, but as soon as the system's off, it's showing pretty high. So I'll keep an eye on it. One of the other reasons I wanted to hook it up so early in the build process, besides sealing it up from contamination and everything, is that should give me a chance to make sure it's not leaking and that it's going to stay working, instead of hooking it up last minute before we hit the road or something like that. I want to move on to the light and accessory wiring. So this body connector that I fretted over so much, this is the whole loom that's attached to the tail of the truck. It runs back and does fuel level, it does tail lights, does the rear window up and down, does all those things. So I'd purposely left it disconnected when I got the rig running in case I had some wires really wrong. I didn't want to melt a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in at the firewall now and see what lights I have and what I don't, and fuel gauge and all that stuff. Get it plugged in and turn some things on. The first function I'm super curious about is the fuel gauge. So it's been pegged off the top since we got the truck running, and I can't remember if it was low resistance empty or low resistance full, but hopefully when I turn the key on right now, we'll get pretty much an empty tank. That is awesome. Okay, we only poured about 5 gallons of fuel in the Bronco, and it's probably run for half an hour or more right now. So the fact the gauge swept to empty, that's great. That means there's a couple gallons in the tank, and that's working. So pumped on that. We got some connectors at the rear of the Bronco to plug in. So this white one in the body, this is for the rear window power. This is what I spent so much time working on. So that one goes here. This one connects left lights to the chassis harness. These are for a trailer plug. These two are both license plate lights. And then this one here is for the right side wires. So I'm gonna plug all those in, and then we'll turn the lights on and see what works. I'm not worried about putting any of the wire looms where they go or out of the way yet, because, well, until they work, I don't think it's worth it. Let's turn on some lights and see what happens. I don't see any. Well, that's no good. I'm not getting any parking lights at all. Let's try headlights. Okay, we got a headlight. That's good. Still no tail or park lamps. Let's try 4 ways. Got headlights on 4 ways, so imagine turn signals would work too, but we need the key on for that. Okay, everything but park and tail. Let's check, let's figure out what fuse that is. Do the right thing and check fuses first. I think this is the headlight switch out of Sideswipe, and I'm pretty sure those functions worked, so let's check a fuse and maybe we'll get lucky. I checked all the fuses. I wasn't having any problems there. Exterior lamp fuse was good. I thought I would check the headlight switch. And as I pulled it out to look at it, I noticed these 2 pins back here had basically backed out of the connector. So I pulled some electrical tape off so I could see it better. But I think this plastic is so deteriorated that the little tangs that are supposed to hold those wires in are gone. So Let's see if I can pull this connector off the Bronco dash harness that I took out and get those wires put back in, because that's probably my problem. This is a prime example of why you never throw anything away associated with a project until the project is done. So it drives Mallory crazy, but I save everything, like that cab, all the bits and pieces, the Bronco dash wiring, because you never know when you might need a headlight plug. Everybody saw me hook up all the lights, or at least the back, and turn on this headlight switch, and nothing happened. It turns out that the wiring going into the headlight switch, into the connector, was falling apart. All right, go to the tail lights, shine that in that flashlight. All right, tell me if the tail lights come on.
Yep.
Both of them?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, they work.
Sweet. Alright, how about go up front?
Okay.
I'll be here. I don't know, some combination of bulbs turn on. Ready?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah, they all turn on.
Oh, what you gotta tell me?
Sorry, I was making sure. Oh, not these ones.
None of them?
No. 2 of the 4 turn on up here.
Yeah, those are the 2 that should be on, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You have like an extra.
Oh, that's weird.
You have 3 on over here. You have this orange one, and then you got 2 like white ones.
I wonder if this one's like that. Let's switch these 2 and see what happens. It's hot. Ow, it's hot. It's hot so quick.
They're bright lights.
It's like a little mini fire in there. Did you know the original like car headlights were actually like
Balls of fire.
balls of fire?
Actually?
It's crazy, huh?
Jeez.
I might just give that. That would be nice. Yep. Okay, so let's. Oh. Alright, bad connection. Let's see if I have one of these. A 3057. Let's go take a look.
Okay.
A lot of 3157s. I wonder what the difference is. If anybody out there knows the difference between a 3057 and a 3157, let me know. Because I probably won't look it up. I wonder if it doesn't matter. Put it in, see if it blows up.
Okay. If it blows up, you have to put it in the video.
Okay. What if I get like shocked?
Mmm.
Turns on.
Hmm.
Okay, I guess we need to learn the difference between a 3057 and a 3157. What else should we check? Headlights? We'll check headlights?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a yes?
Yeah, that works.
You're not very verbal.
That one's smoking.
Smoking?
Yeah. It's like...
Oh, well, it probably shouldn't be touching plastic. All right, we got lights. We got, what you got?
Okay.
We got, what did we get? We got air conditioning fixed. The lights all working. We got the gas gauge working. Winning today. I think I'm gonna have some lunch and then try and put all the front end back on. Sound like a plan?
Yep.
Okay. High five. Let's go, Bronco. Now that I've got all the lights working, I need to put the grill and all that stuff back on so that it starts to look like a truck again. And it helps get rid of some of this parts chaos that's over here. A bonus I've got here making one truck out of 2 is I've got 2 of everything, right? So I've got, I think they call this the headlight support or headlight filler or filler panel, header panel? Maybe header panel. Anyway, I've got 2 of them. Each one has problems, but they're both fixable. So this one's got some big chunks broken out of it, but that one doesn't. But that one also has these fasteners stuck in it from the corner lamps. So I gotta get those rusted fasteners out, and then I can use this one that's not missing a bunch of plastic. And then I ordered some new headlights that I'll put in, And then I just got to pick out the best of my corner lamps and grill. The best of 2 from my pile of stuff. Hopefully I can figure out where all the hardware goes and get the front end back on this thing. I'll throw the camera on the tripod, get to work. Got the header panel on with the new headlights installed in it. They're just TRQs or something from, what is it, A1 Auto or Amazon or something like that. I got the pair for 65 bucks, so. Now I've got the chrome grille that was on the Bronco, and then I've got the gray XL model. So now I have my choice of the XLT model chrome grille and headlight surrounds that was on the Bronco, even though it was an XL model with roll-up windows and stuff. And then I've got the gray grille and surrounds that was on Sideswipe. On my personal F-250, I took the XL model ones and I had them painted Oxford white to match the truck, and I loved it. On this Bronco, I think though, because it's just roll-up window, rubber floor, I feel like the gray XL would kind of go the best with the rig, especially since I'm going to ditch like the chrome bumpers and all that stuff. Okay, well, I hope everybody picked the gray XL model, because that's what I'm putting on. So hopefully you like it too. I think the gray XL stuff fits really good with the kind of simplicity of this truck. I'm not putting a lot of new parts on the truck. You know, I didn't clean and detail a bunch of the engine stuff. I don't envision this thing with a lot of shiny stuff on it, so I think the simple kind of rugged look of the gray trim will be just right for this thing. Got all the lights and stuff back in, so now front and rear lights work completely. If you remember in the last video, I was showing that I found a last minute plug discrepancy between the Bronco and the truck. So this is a plug that is kind of down by the emergency brake pedal, and it's where the dash harness connects to the interior body harness. It's these 2 plugs right here. So the gray plug matched up between the truck and the Bronco, but this black plug on the Bronco, it's rectangular and has 12 pins, and on the 16 pins, and on the truck it was circular and had, I think, 8 pins. So I'm gonna, before I unpin this connector, I'm gonna write down all the colors, and then hopefully a lot of them coincide with the truck plug, and I can plug them back in. We'll see what we can get to work inside the Bronco. Hi, honey.
Do you enjoy wiring?
Only when it works. It sometimes makes sense to me, and sometimes it doesn't. So when it makes sense, it makes me feel smart and like I'm doing a good job. But when it doesn't make sense, it's pretty aggravating. Okay, here are the current wire colors and locations before I take this plug apart. So now I'll see if I can unpin this connector and transfer it over to the truck. So for those that don't know, I have an extreme OBS Ford seat hoarding problem. Not even nice ones, just pretty much all of them. I need to figure out which seats we're gonna use and get them like reupholstered or at least comfortable. Because if we're gonna drive all the way to Arizona and back, well, I mean, shoot, we drove all the way from Florida with garbage, but I would really enjoy a nice seat. Okay, there we go. Let's take this inside and see what we can do. Call out a color.
Gray, black.
I don't have a gray.
Okay, how about blue and orange?
I don't have that either.
How about a blue and yellow?
No blues.
Okay, brown and yellow.
Brown and yellow, I got that one.
Okay. Number 1, pink and light blue.
I got one of those. Yahtzee. Bingo?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
What did I just tell you?
Pink with blue?
Pink and light blue?
Yeah.
Okay. That's number 2.
Okay, what else you got?
Red and pink.
Yep.
That's number 3. I feel like when we're done, I can pretty much say I installed the wiring for you.
Alright, where's the red with pink go?
Number 3.
Is there an orange with green?
Green? Yes, there is. Orange, green, number 5. Kind of like it says bingo.
Yeah.
B19. G3. Brown, pink, number 6. Bingo!
Alright, so what do I not have in this connector? I don't have an 8. That's right. Bronco. Truck. I don't have anything in 9, 10, or 11, or 12.
That's fine. 12 is an X.
That whole row. I don't have 13, 14, or 15.
15's an X. Where are we with wiring? You've got highlighted. You went and fetched you a highlighter.
Got me a highlighter.
Really good at that.
So the
Gray black.
Bronco interior harness had 4 wires that the truck dash harness did not. But as I follow them into the harness, they're not even used. So I don't know if they were like power door locks.
Don't have to worry about that. Power windows, don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about a lot of power.
I don't know what they did, but we don't have them. We're repinned. I can tidy all that back up, plug it in. And then I think we've put every wire back where it should be, or together, or something like that. So everything seems to, the dash lights up, the headlights, taillights, turn signals, 4 ways, air conditioning,
So how do
wipers? I didn't check
But
wipers.
how do you test those?
Should we check wipers? Yes! Wipers work. How do we test what?
Well, these wires, like how do you know what they do?
Well, they don't go anywhere.
The highlighted ones don't go anywhere?
Mm-mm. They go like a foot and then they end at the next connector.
Already in the Bronco.
Mm-hmm. So if I wanted to know what they did, I'd have to chase them back through the Bronco dash harness and see like what fuse they originate at, or
Or you just pretend you don't need
plug
them.
or something. Oh, I wonder if... No, I don't know what that one is. We don't need them. Now we just have to make it go off-roading and put all the interior back in.
When do we get to take the headliner out?
Later.
The spider
I know. Later.
infested
There's no spiders in it.
head. That's what you think. I am gonna find at least one probably dead spider.
Not a roll cage. You put a roll cage in it?
I don't think you have time for that.
Okay.
When do we get to take the headliner out? Is that like before or after the drive shaft? Can it be before we put the interior in?
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll just put all the wires away and stuff, and then the headlight can come up. Felt good to get a lot of the little ancillary things buttoned up on the Bronco. Really looking forward to the suspension building and getting all the bumpers and winch and all the really fun stuff on, but I need to tidy up all these necessary things first. So
I feel like wiring bingo was probably the highlight of your day.
wiring bingo.
Yep.
Yahtzee.
Nope. Bingo.
Bingo.
I realized it was more bingo.
More bingo.
Brown, yellow, 1.
Okay.
Gray, black, 10. You didn't get that one.
Little recap for the day. Got the air conditioning working, got the fuel gauge hooked up and working, that's awesome. And then got all the lights functioning as they should. Got the grill back on. I'm loving the gray grill. I hope you guys do too. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. I need a bumper for this thing. If anybody knows of a good aftermarket bumper that holds a winch for 92, 96 Fords, let me know. Put it in the comments, tag the company. Let's figure out what we're gonna do for this thing for armor. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week.